Evening peeps, welcome back to the channel. So you, again, just watched the We Are Driven intro. We Are Driven team still pushing Archie's journey, still pushing Bradley Lowry Foundation. Get yourselves over to Facebook, click all those like buttons, get yourself over to We Are Driven as well. Go find out what's happening on that page, and then get yourself over to justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's journey. Go and help out, drop a donation on there if you can, please. Thank you. All right, hopefully it's done its business. Yes, and I can play it again. So tonight we've got a fresh new one for you. Come on, play it. We've got P1 Race Community's British Touring Car Championship tonight. A little bit of an odd one. It's 2 times 20-minute races, 1 times 10-minute sprint. So I'm not sure how they've set the qualifying up for this week. But 2 rounds, success ballast for top 3. Reverse grid for races 2 and 3 as well. Starts today with me. You don't need to be watching that because that's the wrong screen. Merch available, people. T-shirts and stickers still if you want them. Obviously no scores to show you this week, so you don't need to be watching that screen. It's the wrong group. Anyway, let's get ourselves into the lobby. So yes, British Touring Car GR4 or GT4, depending how you want to say it. Group 4. Tonight we're live from Dragon Trail Seaside. Chicane of Death incoming. Let's just have a quick, the qualifying starts at 5 past, so give me time to get through a bit of yapping, find out what lobby settings are, time to wear, alright, okay, ×1 and ×1 for fuel and tyre wear. Slipstream's real, mechanical damage light, so that means it repairs itself. Right, there we go then. Sharp report, room name, nothing wrong with it. Let's have a look who we've got in the room. Come on, get over there. We've got Valiant, we've got Pilgrim, we've got Rob, we've got Ricky J, we've got Raffo, Obi-Wan, Magenta Fez, we've got Don, Dodgy, Champ, Dugs, we've got Manny, and JPH is here, folks. Don't worry, we've got him, so you haven't got to worry about him turning up. Jokes, JPH, jokes. So yeah, GR4 class. 2 20-minute races. Like I say, I'm not sure how they've set up tonight's qualifying, whether it was just a random selection for race 1, not too sure. I think there's 5 different cars being used. We've got the Focus, which you're looking at the rear end of now. Let's go and find another couple of drivers, shall we? That is a Focus being driven by Rob. Raffo in the M3. What else have we got on track? Got the Genesis, that's out on track. Another Focus. Honda Civic Type R. Somewhere. Is that? Nope, I think that's another Genesis. Somewhere out on this circuit there should be a little Yaris. Is that it? I think that's it. That's it. There it is. And I'm not sure who's in which team, to be honest. There's been many chats about this, and I've not kept up with many of them, to be honest. Right, let's get ourselves into this room and see what's kicking off. So, still in practice mode at the minute. Will they all get on through the chicane of death? Times one tyre wear. They've all opted for the racing super softs. Obviously, there's not going to be a lot of wear on them. Oh, you've got them set to N300s. They're not GR4 class. Okay, so the power's been wound down on these a little bit. Is that right? It is right. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Wound down. So it is bop, but I think the BMW's been nerfed a little bit for some reason. I don't know why. Hot into the second hairpin. Here comes chicane of death. Let's see how they get on through here. Ooh, chump, chump. Ooh, chump, chump. Where's he gone? A little bit of front end damage. Like I say, with damage online, that should repair itself in a few seconds' time. We'll make him drive a little bit slowly for the time being. Starts to flash a little bit quicker, and then bling just as he comes out of this turn. Okay. It's gone. Halfway down the straight, I lied. So you boys having a qualifying? I don't know if you, like I say, I don't know how you set up race one. Is this qualifying? Because qualifying for next week is after the races. Obi-Wan then, first man out on track if this is quali. I've not seen this Yaris drive actually. Interesting to see how it gets on. So it is Obi-Wan in the Yaris. We've got Raffo in a BMW M3. We've got Pilgrim in a Focus. JPH in a Civic. Manny in a Genesis. Again for P1 Don. Champ a Focus. Rob S a Focus. Dodgy in a Yaris. Valium also driving a Yaris. Got another Genesis for Ricky. Doug's in the BMW. Magenta Fez also in the BMW. 13 drivers to choose from tonight. You think this is qualifying? Okay. I did see something in the chat about, what did it say? Oh yeah, 5 minutes qualifying at 5 past. There you go. So yeah, 5 minute qualifying. You're not giving anybody any time. Obi-Wan then, first man to cross the line, takes pole. Raffo not able to sneak that off him. Just wait for them all to get across this line, or the majority of them, and then we'll go for a flick through the order. See who's managed to get where. Still got a few drivers out on track. 3 drivers just coming down this start-finish straight. Okay, so pretty much after that second lap, Obi-Wan just going quicker here. 1:53.0, 0.3 of a second quicker than Raffo. 1:53.3 for him, also put him in purple sectors, so it'll be interesting to see what happens at the end of this one. Champ in third on a 1:54.3 in the Focus. He's got Manny to try and get round at the minute if he's going to do anything with this lap. Manny sitting in fourth with a 1:55.3. JPH fifth, 1:55.8. Pilgrim has got himself a 1:55.9. Valium's a 1:56.3. Ricky in 8th. He's got a 1:56.3. 4 thousandths back from Valium. Don a Rob's got himself a 157.9 for 11th. Doug's in 12th, 201.9 for him. Magenta Fez 211.6. So they are over the 5-minute qualifying. I assume they get to finish their laps. Sean, evening brother. How you doing, mate? Raffo does sneak himself into pole position. 0.6. Oh, Rob just sneaking up on him. 0.3 back now, but Raffo's still holding that pole. Where did Obi-Wan go? Oh, okay, he's backed off down there. He's decided not to do it. So, I think that's pretty much it. Most drivers... I don't think anybody's out on a hot lap now, so Raffo has stuck himself on pole position. Rob's got himself a second. Obi-Wan was holding pole, but now third. Champ 4th. JPH 5th. Valium in 6th. Pilgrim 7th. Oh, someone's just left, so everyone's moved. Pilgrim will be 7th. Don will be 8th. Manny will be 9th. Ricky will be 10th, Dodgy will be 11th, Dougs will be 12th, Magenta Fez will be 13th. Right, it was Valium that disappeared. Alright, here we go then, race 1. 20 minutes. Who are we going to get on board with into chicane 1? There'll be an awful lot of drivers sprinting for that first turn. Raffo hold the pole off the line down to turn 1. Okay, let me get myself somewhere mid-pack. Manny in 9th. See what kind of start people get. Not a great start from Pilgrim. Manny squeezing straight past him then. Doug's also... Yeah, the BMW does look a bit OP. Down towards turn 1 then. Let's see how they get on. First of the chicanes coming up. Pilgrim chucking himself up the inside of Manny there. Didn't work out. Brave move. Alright, everybody through, are they? I think they are. Magenta Fez just in the background for 13th. Then, yeah, everyone through the first couple of turns cleanly. Obi-Wan then gets himself into pole. Valium in 2nd. 1st and 2nd for the Yaris. Raffo in 3rd. Losing that position then from pole. Rob in the focus in 4th. Top 4 pulled a little bit of a gap from JPH in 5th. 2nd gap developed there already. Champ in 6th. Don 7th, Manny 8th, Pilgrim 9th, Doug's 10th, Dodgy in 11th, Ricky in 12th, and Magenta 13th. Obi-Wan then just starting to squeeze a little bit of a gap between himself and Valium now. Raffo under threat from Rob as well. Oh, gets it a little bit wrong through there. Loses that time to Raffo. Raffo now on the back end of Valium. Doesn't go for it into the last turn. Oh, both drivers going a little bit wide through there. It brings Rob right back into the fight. Raffo though gets a better line out of turn, the final turn. Side by side with Valium on the run down this start-finish straight. Rob S then getting a toe off the pair of them. Big gap behind. Can he make these? Oh, he's backed off. He's let off the throttle as they head down towards turn 1. Sideways through there for Valium. He's had to cut that turn a little bit. Oh, it's contact between Raffo and Valium, but Raffo does get himself through. Valium's just got his nose up the inside. Not anymore. He's not. I thought he was going to hold it through this little right-hand kink, but he didn't. Is he going to sling one up the inside at the hairpin? No. Again, close battle here between these three. All this time, Obi-Wan's just sneaking down the road, look. Got himself about a second and a half from these boys already. Under threat then, Rob. JPH under pressure as well from Champ hunting him down. Civic versus Focus for 5th and 6th. Don out on his own a little bit at the minute. 1.2, 1.3 seconds either side of him in 7th. Pilgrim 8th. He's got Manny hunting him down in 9th. Rick is 4.2 seconds down, unfortunately. A little bit deep into hairpin 2. Dodgy closing up on him. Doug's trying to get back into this fight as well. Magenta, unfortunately, 16.7 seconds down. Only on the racing softs. Magenta, what's that all about? Obi-Wan then, race leader, 2.5 seconds up the road. Raffo trying to fend off the attacks from Valium. Rob as well, close that gap back up on him. Couldn't even say that then. It sounded like Raffo missed a gear then as well. Oh, he's being hunted. Valium up the inside. Rob S looks like he's going defensive. He's hugging that inside line as they come into the chicane. Holds the line. Can Valium get a better drive out? No, loses a bit of time through there. Was close on that run down to turn 1. Chewy, evening brother, how you doing? Smoke him if you got him, you know it, brother. Raffo then just fending off now. An attack from Rob S on Valium behind. Oh, Valium getting the back end of the Yaris out, losing a bit of track. Oh, Rob S, he's put it in the grass and off he goes into the wall. He's going to lose an awful lot of positions. Big snake of drivers coming through there. That's Valium in the clear then. Big gap between himself and Champ now, who's got himself past JPH. There is Valium then. Champ now on the attack, looking for 3rd place. 1.9 seconds down. He's still got JPH for company though. Don's closed that gap back up. Pilgrim as well. They are getting a little bit closer together. Manny tucked himself back on the end of this fight as well. 5 or 6 drivers in that fight. Rob S then, after his plummet through chicane 2, gets it through chicane of death cleanly enough, but now 9th place unfortunately. He was vying for 2nd position with no it wasn't, sorry, it was 3rd position with Valium. Not sure if there was oh no, he dipped a wheel on the grass, but I'm not sure if there was a little bit of contact prior to that. I don't think there was. No there wasn't, thinking back. Ricky then holding 10th, Dodgy 11th. Another gap developed between themselves and Doug's. Looks like Doug's just got it wrong in chicane of death. Oh no, he's not got any damage on, so he's got it wrong earlier than that. Magenta Fez then 13th. Still only 13 seconds down. Obi-Wan then holding his own, 2.8 seconds. Yaris versus BMW. Another 2 seconds back to Valium in 3rd. That gap is coming down. Champ's got it down to a 2nd between himself and Valium. He's still dragging JPH with him as well in the Civic. Whoa, 2 drivers going a little bit deep there into chicane 2. It's Don and Pilgrim battling it out. Just want to keep my eye on this fight for a minute. Chilling as always. I should hope so. Chew it. JPH, whoa, thought about a look up the inside into chicane of death entrance. Both drivers getting it right through there. What have you got, JPH? That gap has come down between themselves and Valium. It's a 3-way fight now for the last podium position. Valium trying not to leave the door wide open for Champ, but he's so... Has he succeeded? Could be champs here. Right on the back bumper of Valium as they head down the start-finish straight. JPH is closing up on him as well. I don't think he's going to be able to use the slingshot past him. Not closing up as much as he'd like. He's a brave soul though, is JPH. It wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility. Almost bumper to bumper, the three of them there. Big gap behind, back to Pilgrim, 3.7 seconds. Rob S is made up a position. He's got himself back up to 7th. That's because Pilgrim and Don, I think, have had a coming together, or something's happened to Don. He's now not battling with Pilgrim. Champ again, all over the back end of Valium. Ooh, JPH just losing a bit of time. Valium's dipped a wheel on the grass. He's trying to get hold of that thing. Oh, he's off into the sand. That's another driver got it wrong through second chicane. Gets himself back on track in 5th, but he's going to get swamped by some drivers now, not carrying enough speed up the hill. Yeah, that's 2 drivers we've seen get it wrong there. Right, get ourselves back up front. Obi-Wan's made a mistake. He's now under all sorts of pressure from Raffo. Gap down to a 2nd. What can the BMW here do here then? Just over halfway. Oh, sorry, just under halfway. Champ then looking to hunt down the top 2 now. With Valium's departure. JPH sticking with him though. Not out of the woods yet, Champ. Rob S up into 5th then after his off-track action. Manny 6th, Pilgrim 7th. What's happened to Don? There he is in 9th. Valium 8th then. A couple of cars in front to chase. Just 2 seconds back. Needs to get a little bit closer to get a tow. Don then 9th. Yeah, like I say, not sure what happened, but ended up not battling with Pilgrim anymore. Under threat from Ricky J here in 10th. Dodgy is stuck with Ricky J. Dokes 29 seconds down, just flicks to 30 seconds down in 12th. Magenta Fez another 31 in 13th. Obi-Wan then under more pressure here. Gap down to 0.7. I can imagine that little Yaris is quite good in the corners. Nice and short. It's not going to want to throw itself out. Nice and tight through there for Raffo, but can he carry enough speed? He gets the gap down to point. Oh, it's going to go back up to 0.7. Loses a bit of time actually on the exit. Slight graze of the wall there, maybe. Raffo closing up on him again a little bit into this final turn. But he did it in the first half of the race, so I'm sure he can give it a go in the second half of the race, although Raffo's got nobody to try and defend from at the minute. Gap at 0.8 of a second between P1 and P2 then. .9 seconds back to 3rd place Champ. JPH in 4th. He's lost a bit more time to Champ. He's under pressure from Rob S here as well. Nice tight line through there for Rob S. Piling that pressure on JPH. Let's get ourselves on a bit of that camp. Can Rob S get this position here? Oh, that's a good drive out of the first hairpin. JPH is going to hold it. Is he? No, he's not. So Rob S does get through. That's where we saw him go off. He's picked himself up a penalty as well as JPH. So making his way back through the pack. A little help with other drivers getting it wrong. Back up into fourth position is Rob. 2.1 back from Champ. Let's see if he can get anything out of this one. 7 minutes remaining. Drove well in the first half of the race. JPH in fifth then. Valium getting it wrong. Going far too deep. Pilgrim getting it wrong in the background as well. Manny all the way up the inside of Valium. He's into the wall though, is Manny. Gives Valium that position back. Puts him under no pressure. Pilgrim as well, just getting it wrong through that hairpin in the background of that shot. Runs himself onto the grass and into the wall. He is still closing up on Manny in front though. Right, what's happened here? Dodgy's got himself past Don. Don struggling in the Genesis maybe a little bit. Ricky J in the Genesis coming through the chicane of death. Holding 11th at the minute. Doug's 12th. Made a bit of time up as well himself, unfortunately. We just catch Magenta Fez. Getting it wrong on the run into the first of the hairpins. JPH just coming through, trying to lose some penalty as he does. Obi-Wan then still managed to fend off any attack from Raffo. Just under 6 minutes left. Can Raffo do anything? Both drivers on the super soft tyre. I can't see any reason why he wouldn't be. Champ third. Rob S has brought that gap down a little bit. Both drivers in the focus. Gap down to a second. Still 5 minutes remaining for Rob to try and do anything with this. JPH now 2 seconds back. Still trying to drop that penalty. Valium, who spun himself off track. Got himself back up into 6th. Just getting himself past Magenta. So Manny having a race of his own now in 7th. Pilgrim as well in 8th. Big gaps either side. What's happened to you, Pilgrim? Where did you go wrong? Dodgy and Don bumper to bumper into the chicane of death. Both drivers through there cleanly. Don looking up the inside as they head into this final turn. Dodgy's not fighting it. Don had his nose up the inside as soon as they left the chicane of death, so there's not a lot Dodgy could have done about it. Oh, what's happened here? What's happened here? Rob S chucked himself in front of Champ. We've got someone spinning it round at chicane of death. Who's that? Who's that spinning it round? Who was that spinning it round? Might have been Magenta. Dodgy and Don still battling it out for 9th and 10th. Dodgy Don getting a good run through that chicane. Obi-Wan though still fending off Raffo. Pulled another couple of tenths on him. Not sure if that's a deliberate line through there, but not the prettiest for Obi-Wan. Might be in the N300s. Both through chicane of death cleanly. That got back down to a second. Robert S then now pulling a bit of time over Champ. He's got himself a second into that 3rd position. Champ 4th. JPH still 5th, still holding a penalty. Manny up into 6th. Valium 7th. He's just clipped the wall on the way through there. Pilgrim comes through in 8th. Don in 9th. Made himself a little bit of gap between himself and Dodgy. And then, yeah, big gaps to Ricky, Dougs and Magenta. Magenta got it wrong again. That is chicane of death. Transmission damage, front end damage. That thing's not going to be steering right. Obi-Wan under all sorts of pressure though as we come towards the end of this race. Gap down to 0.3 of a second, 0.4. pressure on then, Raffo. 2 minutes remaining. Sideways for the BMW. Keeps the gap at 0.4, doesn't lose any time to Obi-Wan. Bringing that time down, then driving up the hill, over the brow, down towards hairpin 2. Gap comes down to a quarter of a second. Raffo closes up under braking. Again, goes for that tighter line through there. Not quite worked out. Chucks himself back into the slipstream of Obi-Wan. Into the chicane of death they go. Both drivers getting it cleanly through there again. Gap still at 0.3. They are only going to see one more lap after this. Raffo needs a good exit through here. Get the move done on Obi-Wan. Gets himself back in the slipstream. 0.3 of a second. It's a pretty long straight as well down towards turn 1. Obi-Wan though pulls a tiny bit of time. Not enough to get himself out of that danger zone from Raffo though. Raffo looking for a different line through the chicane. Get a better drive on the way out maybe. Again, not worked out. Obi-Wan just planting himself on the apex. You're not having that. Not making it that easy for you, Raffo. Back up to half a second into the first of the hairpins then. 22 seconds left on the race clock. Again, Raffo closes up through the second chicane. Yaris has got a fair bit of grunt though, seems to be pulling that time back. Has to go defensive. Raffo, what can he do? What can he do? Let's get ourselves on board with Raffo. So I'm sure we're going to have drivers cross the line before these two do. It is looking good for Obi-Wan at the minute. He's got that 0.6 gap over Raffo currently. Ooh. He's coming down again though into this final turn. Could be down to the line here, people. Obi-Wan seeing him coming, he's gone defensive. Oh, it is going to be a run down to the line. I think Obi-Wan's just going to hold on to it. I don't think the slipstream's going to be enough. It's not. So Obi-Wan does take the win then. Race 1. Raffo does come in second. Rob is going to take third. It's a great big gap between himself and Champ Champ. 5.5 seconds. Champ Champ going to take a 4th position. JPH 5th. Big gap stretching out by the end of this one. Manny in 6th. Valiant 7th. Pilgrim hunting him down for 8th. Don's going to take 9th. We have already got Ricky, Doug's and Magenta probably finished. So Don's going to take 9th. Dodgy's going to take 10th. Yeah, Ricky, Doug's and Magenta have already crossed the line for 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. And Dodgy there just taking that 10th place. So race 1 done and dusted. Race 2 coming up. Reverse grid, top 3 have extra weight on as well, so be interesting. See what happens. Yeah, so I think the cars, obviously, they're all set at the N300. That means that they've had the power lowered a little bit. I think the BMW's had an extra click. Extra click of no power. obviously a little bit too quick for these boys. So we've got 5 minutes till race 2. And like I say, after race 2, then we have a 10-minute qualifying sprint race. Is it a race or is it just a 10-minute qualifying sprint? Either way, it's qualifying for next week. Which is interesting. I think race 2 going to start at 21:40. Just like Chewy says, smoke 'em if you got 'em. Well, don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. So, a couple of minutes, you know what's coming. Look at that. Yeah, a couple of spin-offs through there. Everyone driving those cars to the limit. A few of them into the wall. A few of them in the sand. Probably be the same in race 2. I'll get myself in the lobby ready. What was wrong? What was wrong? What happened? What was wrong? Something was wrong. Oh my god. God. Let me come out. Something was wrong. What was wrong? P1 Rob knew something was wrong. What? What was wrong? Nothing was wrong. What's he done? Two-minute shout then from Pilgrim. Don't forget to click that like button, people. Really want to see those fingers, or the thumbs, you know. And thumbs up as well, please, not thumbs down. Although thumbs down, it still works in the algorithm, still notifies someone of something, and then something might happen somewhere. Who knows? Some randomer needs to come in and just subscribe right now. Got 599 subscribers. Come on, some randomer. I've had it. I've had randomers turn up looking for something completely different, and then here they are watching my race. Good lads. They've all got dark smoker smashed on their rear spoilers. Not sure it's... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Race 2 pretty much just about to get underway. Yeah, top 3 carrying the extra weight over. I'm not sure quite how much. Probably just 3 clicks, 2 clicks and 1 click. Where are you going, champ? That's not how to drive that car, is it? Let's watch the sensible Manny look. JPH in the Civic. And a team all on his own tonight. Raffo, where have you gone? Where have you gone, Raff? Aha, there you are. Champ still trying to get some damage on that thing. Raffo's gone again. Who's that, Valium? Everyone trying to drift around the final turn. No, it was Obi-Wan. Turning circle's not very good, is it? Definitely not set up as a drift car with a turning circle like that. What's Champ up to? Still trying to break that focus. That's Ricky J driving backwards. Raffo's back. What is going on? He's got a dodgy connection. Why, Ricky J? Raffo, stop it. JPH just comes piling in. Has he got damage? Yes, he has. Champ's going to force him into the wall here, I think. They're going to try and kick each other up somewhere. There we go. Someone's in the wall. They're both in the wall. Champ back on the hunt for JPH. Yeah, not sure what's happening with Raffo. Champ's got all sorts of damage, just repairs itself there. Instantly goes back into crash mode. Most of the drivers have tried to drift it around that big open final turn. Many drivers doing donuts. Another Valium, another driver going backwards. Ricky J going in reverse was hitting 38 miles an hour. Yaris is useless. Yeah, Raffo struggling to get back in. They might even go for a lobby reset here, I'm not sure. Two Yarises having a chat. Little team talk going on here between Obi-Wan and Valium. Don't bin it. Alright. Okay, so Pilgrim's going to go and set up a lobby. JPH is coming through trying to take more drivers out. I don't think we've got a new lobby set up yet, but it gives me a chance to swath some cough. Come on then. Let's get a nice, strong lobby going. No potato internet tonight. An extra bar, I think, from the previous lobby. Hope somebody saved grid positions. So, just got to wait for the rest of the drivers to come in then. It says, I think we're only waiting for one. Oh, Raffo was in, and Raffo's now straight up back out. So unfortunately, that might be the end of tonight's racing for Raffs. If you can't get a stable connection in the lobby, although sticking it to Obi-Wan, might not be able to do it in race 2, unfortunately. Raffo needs to go and give somebody in his household a swift kick in the internet. Yeah, so if Raffo can't get in, that might be the end of his night. I can't leave it too long. We've got another 10-minute sprint after this for qualifying for next week. Still got a 20-minute race to go tonight. Right. Come on then. Someone make a decision. We can't hang about all night, peeps. Most people just parked up waiting to go. Yeah, everyone sat in the pits really. A couple of drivers out on track. Right, Rafo's in again. He's gone for a full restart of the PlayStation. Nope. Rafo then. Looking like that's going to be him done. Shame there's no glitching from him in race 1 or anything. No sign he had a poor connection. Right, here we go then. We're going to start the race without him, unfortunately. Race 2 coming up. Top 3 from race 1 have extra weight on. No Rafo. Won't be happy. 2 BMWs on the front row of the grid then for race 2. Magenta Fez and Doug's reverse grid for race 2 as well. Hopefully it's nice and clean into turn 1. Let's get herself on board with Doug's. He's got a good start. Everybody vying for position. How's Magenta Fez getting on? P1 Valiant coming storming through the middle of the BMWs. Got a good start as Valiant fired himself straight up into P1. Rafo's just joined the room, but a little bit late. Oh, a tiny bit of contact between Magenta and Doug's. Doug's causing a little bit of chaos, just trying to get himself back on track, but Ricky J, have you picked up damage? No. You may be the cause of that, possibly. Oh, Doug's just firing himself into the back end of Rob there as well. It's all kicking off here in race 2 already. Let's see what's happening up front then. Dodgy out into P1. Don into second, Manny third. Oh, Don up the inside of Dodgy there in the Genesis. Got his teammate Manny following him through as well. Team Genesis could be 1-2 here. Heading down towards the hairpin 2. Dodgy doing everything he can in that Yaris to try and defend. The Genesis 2 don't go through though. Hyundai 1 and 2. Yaris in second. Is Obi-Wan going to hold this third? He likes taking that wide line through there. So he does. Team Yaris in third and fourth. Team Focus 5th and 6th. Got the lonely JPH in the Civic in 7th. Valium in 8th position. Oh, we've got positions changing here. Ricky J in... who's in 8th? Valium in 8th. Ricky J in 9th. Rob S in 10th. Doug's in 11th. And Magenta Fez in 12th. Don then up front, pulled a bit of time over teammate Manny as well, 1.7 seconds. Look at the gaggle of cars vying for positions behind. Pilgrim then third, Champ fourth. Dodgy, Obi-Wan, Valium. 3 Yaris's. Ah, somebody else getting it all wrong in the first chicane. Doug's again, unfortunately. Far too hot into turn 1. Magenta Fez just getting through there cleanly. Don then disappearing down towards chicane number 2. 2 seconds over teammate Manny. Ford focuses in third and fourth. There's cars sliding all over the place on the way into that. Pilgrim and Champ then. Obi-Wan in fifth, Valium sixth. Under pressure from JPH in seventh, Ricky J in eighth. He's got himself past Dodgy and another Yaris in ninth. Rob S got himself on the back end of this pile now in 10th. Magenta Fez just getting herself past Doug's. Doug's got it wrong again. Where was that? Through chicane 2. Magenta Fez up into 11th then. Big gap between herself and Doug's as well at the minute. Oh, she's got it wrong into the hairpin 2 though. Don is having an absolute stormer. Manny under all sorts of pressure here though. Gonna have to get ourselves on board with Manny and look at this chaos going to cause behind as they head down towards turn 1. Ah, not anymore. Manny's off track. He still holds that second position, but he's running slow compared to this pile of cars behind him. Obi-Wan then easily is going to come past. Oh, not so much with the toe, or without the toe, sorry. Now with that little mistake, he has actually lost one position. Tiny bit of contact between those two drivers, Champ and Manny side by side as well. JPH now looking up the inside of the pair of them. But Manny holding that third, JPH and Champ side by side as they head into turn hairpin 2. Had a good battle in race 1 as well, did Champ and JPH. Again, Champ looks for a line up the inside of Manny in the Genesis. Background, we've got Ricky J and Pilgrim having a battle as well. Let's just nip back to that. That's another Genesis Focus race kicking off here. Dodgy in the Yaris just behind, and Rob in the other Ford Focus. Just on the back of these four. Stomping away, absolutely stomping away. Coming up to the end of lap 3, 7.2 second lead over Manny, who's got himself back into second. Got himself back past Obi-Wan in the second hairpin then. And all the time, his teammate just creeping away in first, 7.3 seconds down the road. Obi-Wan third now then, 0.5 of a second back under pressure from Champ and JPH. And Rob S having a bit of a punch up. I think Rob S just losing a position there to Dodgy. Dodgy coming through. Oh no, sorry, Rob S. I thought he was got himself past, but he hadn't. Again, carrying a little bit more weight is Rob S, taking third. Pilgrim firing himself into the first of the chicanes, almost getting it wrong. Valium as well. Big gap back to him in 10th. Doug's 11th, got himself back past Magenta. 14 seconds down, unfortunately. Don won't be spending much time with him if he's that far up front. This is where the action is here. Again, I've got a little battle kicking off behind. Manny, Obi, Champ and JPH swapped positions a couple of times. JPH just looking for where he gone. Looking for a way past Champ. Get herself on with JPH. Right up the rear end of Champ through chicane of death. Has to back off. Towards this final turn then. Obi-Wan and Manny have stretched a tiny little gap out between themselves. Oh, Obi's gone a little bit deep there. He does like to take the wide lines through these hairpins. JPH looking again to make the move on Champ. Again, It's riding the slipstream. They're working together. Yes, they are. JPH just giving Champ a little nudge down the road. Try and close that gap back up on Obi-Wan and Manny. J just in the background, 2.5 seconds back. Sorry, 2.8 seconds back. Dodgy closing up on him as well. Got JPH still trying to work together with Champ. Close that gap back up on second and third in front. It is working as well. They are getting slightly closer together. Let's just have a look here though. Obi-Wan goes for the move. Looks like Manny was slow out of the hairpin. Obi-Wan gets a good drive out. Manny back up to speed though, looking to get that position back. Didn't work out through there. Has he got enough speed? I don't think he has to make the move back at the hairpin. Closes back up on Obi-Wan down here. There you go, nice tight line there for Manny. Brings him almost side by side with Obi-Wan on the exit of that turn. Chicane of death coming up. This is not where you want to be getting it wrong. Both drivers getting it through there cleanly. Obi-Wan taking a little bit more speed through there than Manny. Just pulls a tiny bit of gap on him again. This time Obi-Wan goes quite tight to the apex. Now then, Manny, has he got the run on Obi-Wan down here? It's absolutely neck and neck at the minute. It's going to be close by the time they hit turn one. Okay, these two working together as well. I think you've left it a little bit too late. P1 Don is 8.1 seconds up the road with only 10 minutes remaining. Now is Manny going for it. He's got the inside line into this turn. Plenty of room given. Has he got himself up the inside into the hairpin? No, he hasn't. Obi-Wan holds on to it. Manny has to hold on to third. But he is increasing the pressure on Obi-Wan. Champ and JPH just 1.4 seconds back. Are these two going to wait till the last couple of laps before actually going for a bit of a race? Ricky J holding 6th position. 2.2 back to Dodgy in 7th behind him in the Yaris. Pilgrim in the Focus in 8th. Rob S right behind him in another Focus in 9th. Valium got a bit of a penalty to lose in 10th. 2.5 seconds to try and make up on Rob as well. Plenty of time behind though, 31.6 seconds back to Doug's. Drifting it through first of the hairpins. And another 25 seconds back to Magenta. Don though, 9 seconds near as Dammit up the road. 8.5 minutes remaining. It's a tall order for these boys to put anything on him now. It's going to take a mistake. Champ and JPH, it's not working as well as they'd hoped. They've still got 1.6 between themselves and Manny. Manny has been dropped by Obi-Wan though, but I don't think even though he's under no threat now, I don't think Obi-Wan's got enough in the tank to put it to Don. Gap getting bigger, 2.2 seconds between Manny and Champ. Slowly falling away for 4th and 5th. Dodgy now 1.5 seconds back from Ricky J. This could be where the next battle turns up. Pilgrim and Rob pretty close together as well, but they are teammates, so I wouldn't have thought there'd be too much battling going on. Although you never know. Valiant still trying to drop that penalty. Doug's not drifting the BMW. Magenta Fezzes though. Unfortunately, yeah, we lost Raffo from race 2. Internet connection just not steady enough. So, Don's not been able to extend that gap. Now Obi-Wan's up into second. He's not been able to pull any more time over Obi. And he's actually looking to come back at him now. He's got that time down by another 0.3 of a second. Gap behind is still growing. Champ now 2.93 seconds back in 4th. JPH still looking to help him out. Yeah, we'll see what happens come the end of this race. Just over 6 minutes remaining. Might be the last couple of laps. You'll see everyone starting to stop working together. Dodgy's made a slight mistake somewhere. Rob S has got himself past Pilgrim. Valium in the background, drifting it into the chicane. Yeah, Ricky J been given a bit of breathing room now. 6.5 in front to JP8, so tall order to get that gap down, and he's now got 3.3 between himself and Dodgy. Just lets him give one of those. Don then coming through. Yeah, he's pulled a bit more time, 9.2 seconds. Maybe been put under a little bit more threat from Manny, slowed him down a tiny bit. There you go, Manny just putting in fastest lap of the race, a 152.2. So yeah, I think he closed up on Obi-Wan on that lap. Just a second between them. Gap still increasing behind, now 4 seconds back to Champ. Now he's pulled a bit of time over JPH as well, so now might be the time that everyone starts actually racing. Can JPH bring that gap back down? Yeah, Dodgy losing a bit more time to Ricky J as well. He's going to put himself under pressure from Rob and not Pilgrim anymore. It's going to be Valium. Pilgrim's got it wrong somewhere. No damage, but big old penalty to lose. Lost a position as well. Lost a lot of time to Rob S in front as well. He's losing Valium, trying to drop that penalty. Oh, we just catch Doug's getting it wrong. Chicane of death, catching a lot of drivers out. Magenta Fez just coming over the brow of the hill then. Cars ghosting out because they're back markers. Just means nobody's got to worry about them. They can just drive straight through. Magenta Fez hasn't got to worry about staying out of the way. Still comfortably out front then for Don, 8.7 seconds. 3 minutes remaining. Obi-Wan's not been able to get that time down. He's pulled a little bit more time over Manny though, 2.5 seconds that gap's up to. So a little mistake by Manny by the looks of things, brought Champ a couple of tenths closer. He's now got himself a full 1.1 seconds over JPH. That fight coming to an abrupt end then, unless JPH can get that time back down. Ricky J in 6th then. Still 6.5 back from JPH, but pulled even more time over Dodgy, 7.8 what's that, 7.9 seconds. Rob S getting closer every corner. Still got Valium not that far behind him either. Valium actually bringing that time down. Pilgrim, what have you done? Now 18 seconds down in 10th. I know you were losing a penalty, but there is Dodgy going through in 7th, Rob S 8th, Valium in 9th. And these three closing up at the end of this race. JPH still a second back in 5th. It's going to be one more lap when they cross the line. Don comfortable again, 9-second lead over Obi-Wan. Another 3.4 back to Manny. He's still pulling time over Champ, 4.4 seconds that gap's up to. JPH falling away a little bit more, 1.5 seconds down now in 5th. Ricky 6.8 seconds down in 6th. Dodgy 9 seconds down under pressure from the Focus and the Yaris of Rob and Valium. On with Dodgy then, looking back at these two drivers. Gets a good drive out of that final turn. Pulls a bit of time over Rob. Rob's under pressure from Valium behind. Starts to close that gap back up as they come down towards turn 1. Valium thinks about chucking one up the inside. Dodgy goes a little bit slidey through there. There it is, race time, and ticks over to 0 then. Final lap showing up on the screen. Again, another good drive out of the hairpin for Dodgy. He's kept himself out of the clutches of Rob at the minute. Again, they're all starting to struggle a little bit. Tiny bit of tyre wear showing up. Oh, there's Magenta Fez just got it backwards again. Valium's got himself up the inside of Rob. Has he got the power over the hill? He has, already up the inside into 8th. Can Rob get him back at the hairpin? No, I don't think he can. Right, let's go and see Mr. Don Dotter Don. He's going to come home to take race win in race 2 tonight, comfortably as well. 9.6 seconds over Obi-Wan. Evening down for the count. How you doing, brother? Obi crossed the line, damn it. He does take 2nd. Manny tries to take him out for 3rd. Champ going to come home for 4th if he doesn't put it in the wall. He doesn't, and JPH comes home 1.4. It was 1.5 if Champ hadn't squiggled across the line. JPH in 5th then. Ricky J backwards for 6th. Valium past Dodgy. Valium 7th then, Dodgy 8th, Rob S in 9th, Pilgrim 10th, Doug's in 11th, and we just wait for Magenta Fez. Don't forget to hit that like button, people. Taking 12th then, Magenta. And yeah, unfortunately, Raffo unable to get into race 2. So, we still have got a 10-minute sprint qualifying coming up. And that puts everyone in positions for next week. So no qualifying at the start of the races. Qualifying is for the following week. Yeah, poor Raffo, look. Raffo's joined the room. Hey, Raffo's left the room. Join the room, left the room. Join the room, left the room. So I'm sure they'll be cracking on with a 10-minute sprint pretty damn quick. Yeah, Manny and Obi did have a good battle. Fair play, Manny. held him off for a fair amount of laps. Still close to him at the end. It's a good win by Don though. Seems like everyone enjoyed that. Oh, that's a good question, Rob. So yeah, the top 3 from race 1 carry over extra weight into race 2. And now they're going to qualifying. Do they take that weight off or do they stick with it? As punishment. Or is it top 3? Okay. Ballast off for sprint then. Say just a 10-minute sprint qualifier for next week. Come on then, let's get this sprint race underway. It'll be flipping midnight. Did Raffo get back in? Did Raffo get back in? No. Raffo didn't get back in. Come on. Come on then, Pilgrim. Jay going for another backwards lap? Yes, he is. "39 miles an hour in reverse." Can't be waiting for Rob. Rob's in. it is then. Valium taking out Ricky J. So, little 10-minute sprint race to set up qualifying positions for next week. Or grid positions for next week. This is qualifying for next week. So reverse grid start. Again, all extra weight and everything has been taken off. Yeah, discrepancy. I'm not sure what tyres everyone's allowed to use, but people saying they didn't know they could use supers, so we'll see what happens. Oh, Doug's. Oh, Doug's. Doug's. He's flopped it. Not sure if he held the brake on there, but he's at the back of the pack. Valium's got himself through into first then. Gentafez second into turn one. Gentafez trying to stay out of the way. I think we've already got someone backwards. We have. It's Don. Into the wall he goes. Doug's comes through. Gentafez still holding on to that second. Somebody else going sideways there on the exit of that chicane. Oh, I think it was Doug's. It was. Got the power down too early in that BMW. Spun the rear up. Round he's gone. So Valium then. 2.5 second lead already in the Yaris. Pilgrim following him through in the Focus in second. Oh my god, they've got drivers going all over the place. Gentafez sideways through the second chicane. So let's run through that order quickly again then. So Valium stomping his mark on this qualifying session. 2.9 seconds up front. Pilgrim in second. Obi-Wan having a battle with JPH and Ricky J here for third. Manny's on the back end of that fight as well. Didn't see you tucked in the background. Must have been so close to Ricky J, I couldn't see you. Oh, Valium's got it wrong though. Valium's got it wrong. Where is he? 7th, 8th? 8th. Oh, Rob S. Rob S has ploughed it into the wall. He's taken somebody else out with him. Who's that? Was it Valium again? Did you get pummeled? I think it might have been. It's all kicking off here in race 2 as well. Cool, blimey. Right. So Valium getting it. Yeah, it was Valium that got it all wrong. It was race leader. Obi-Wan then back up into P1. Under threat from Pilgrim though in the Focus. Obi-Wan takes the tighter line. Down towards this first hairpin then. Ricky J looking to go up the inside of Pilgrim for second. Side by side, I think. Near as damn it. I think Pilgrim's just got the edge on him. And we've got JPH going to sneak through here as well if Ricky J's not careful. Side by side. He's gone far too deep. Ricky J's in the wall. Gets himself back on track. Loses a lot of time though. Down in 6th now. He's going to come under pressure from Don, who's also binned it before he even got to turn 1. Time he's lost in front. It's all kicking off here as well. Champ chucks himself up into second then past Pilgrim, JPH and Manny. There's that toe. Just got himself straight past all 3 of those. Oh, Manny's in the wall. Keeps himself on the back end of this fight though. Oh, everybody through there cleanly. Obi-Wan now 2.3 seconds up the road, 6 minutes to go in this sprint qualifying session. Pilgrim in the second of the Focus, all over the back end of his teammate Champ. JPH right there with him. Manny as well, bolted on the back end of this fight. Don and Ricky J bumper to bumper. I'm sure they'll be helping each other out if they can. Team Hyundai. see Ricky J make a move on Don here up the inside at the first chicane. Oh, almost. Don, though, gets the tighter line through, straight back past. Leaves Ricky J wondering what happened. Second down. Dodgy, another 1.9 seconds down in 8th. Rob S, another 3.7 seconds down, but we saw him get pinballed somehow. That's not the button. Yeah, Rob S got pinballed somehow, but I'm not sure how. I'm not sure if it was when Valium got it wrong. Magenta Fez in 10th, Doug's 11th, and Valium in 12th position. 19.7 seconds down as well. Champ taking a little bit of time out of Obi-Wan. Over the halfway mark. Manny up into 3rd, using the toe, getting himself to the front of this fight. JPH all over the back of him. Hyundai not looking too bad. Don in the background looking to make a move on Pilgrim up the inside into this final turn. Oh, wrong way. Gets himself passed into 5th. Pilgrim 6th. Ricky J has gone wide in the final turn as well. 7th position, but he's going to put himself under more pressure from Dodgy. That gap coming down pretty quickly. It was over 3 seconds. It's going to be about 1.5 by the time they get down to this turn 1. Rob S in the background as well, only 1.6 seconds back. Magenta Fez 10th, 28 seconds back. Doug's is another 26 seconds back. Ghosting out as well, and then Valium 8 seconds down in 12th. Can he get any positions back? 3.5 minutes remaining. Obi-Wan's gap down to 1.7 seconds. Champ is starting to eat into that time now. And he's got himself on the back end of Champ 2. He's having a good night, is Manny. Getting a little bit closer to Champ as well down there. Gap down to 0.4 of a second. Still got JPH to contend with. Oh, Don's gone a little bit wide into that hairpin. Manny then. Purple sector's on board again. Did he pick up fastest lap in race 2? Backs off through the chicane of death. Loses a bit of time to Champ. Still holds that position over JPH. Again, closes up on Champ under braking. Now, can he get the position done? He needs to stick right in that slipstream of Champs. Closes up. Are they going to work together? It's a little bit late to work together now. He may as well go for the position. He does. Gets himself nice and cleanly past Champ down towards turn 1. Doesn't fling it in the grass, but he's not had the best of exits. Champ's got himself up the inside. Who's going to win out into this hairpin? Champ's going to have the advantage through this next turn. There he goes. Now he's going to have the advantage into the hairpin as well. Manny's looking to outbrake him around the outside. Champ gets that position back. JPH still just in the background of this little fight as well. Goes through, Champ goes through, Manny goes through, JPH, Don closing up on this fight as well, now only 2 points, oh sorry, that's the wrong driver, 0.7 of a second back. Pilgrim 2.3 seconds down, 2.5. Ricky J another 2.9 down in the Genesis. Dodgy another 2.9 seconds down, under pressure from Rob though as they head down towards this hairpin. Rob thought about the inside. Dodgy's gone far too deep in there though, trying to defend from Rob. Rob goes through, takes that 8th. Dodgy drops down to 9th. Magenta Fez still holding 10th. Valium's got himself past Doug's into 11th. He's got 13.5 seconds to try and gain on Magenta before the end of... He's got one more lap, in fact. Getting that time down pretty quickly as well. Doug's 22.9 seconds down. Mistake from Champ. Manny's all over the back of him. 3.9 second gap between himself and first place Obi. This will be last lap as well, so Obi looking for pole position for next week. Manny's got himself up the inside of Champ into turn 1 and past. Can he hold on to it now? Champ did get the switch back on him on the exit of this turn. Looks like Manny's held it though. See Champ make a move into a hairpin. Not close enough. Don's got himself past JPH. What have you done, JPH? From 10 damage. He's binned it in the chicane, I think. Ooh, apologies for the epilepticness. Obi-Wan then now nearly 5 seconds out front from these two. Champ still looking to have a go at Manny over the brow of the hill. Manny almost missed a gear there. Champ closes up. Don closes up as well. Champ slings one up the inside of the hairpin. It's not worked out. It's brought Don right back into this fight as well, down towards chicane of death then. Let's come out of that view. Don could be on for a position here if oh, it could be. Manny's made a break for it now then, with Champ under pressure from Don. Champ goes massively defensive. He's literally got 2 wheels on the white line there. Don chucks himself to the outside. It's going to be another run to the line. Obi-Wan then comes down to take pole position for next week. Manny's going to be second on the grid. Champ taking the 3rd by the skin of his teeth. Don right behind him for 4th. JPH takes 5th. Oh, Mickey J takes 6th. Pilgrim takes 7th. Rob S takes 8th. Magenta Fez 9th. Dodgy 9th. Magenta Fez in 10th. Valium 11th and Doug's in 12th. So that is qualifying done and dusted already for next week. You didn't just see me stick 2 thumbs up there. So yeah, that's the format. 2 20-minute races and then a 10-minute sprint race for qualifying for the following week. So yes, we'll have to see what the points look like next week. Like I say, I think it's been a half decent night for Manny. I forget what position he got in race 1, but no problem, Mr. Obi-Wan, no problem. Interesting to see, yeah, see what happens. So what have I got coming up? That's going to be the end of that one pretty much. Back on Monday night at 8 o'clock for Tanto Racing Group's Chewit Racing Mini Cooper Cup. No problem, Manny. Wednesday for the finals. Is it 10 rounds or 12 rounds for the GR3? If it's 10 rounds, then it's the finals. If it's not, it's just round 10. I suppose, on Wednesday at 8:30 for the Team Oliver Racing GR3 League hosted by Mature Racing Club. Thursday night next week, 9 o'clock for the next round of this. And that's it for the time being. If you want to help my channel out, there's a couple of ways you can do it. Get yourself over to buymeacoffee.com/dartsmoker. Drop a donation if you want. I'd much rather give you a pair of stickers though for the same price. So hit me up at dartsmoker@googlemail.com and send me an address and £3 and I'll send you some of them. Alright, if you want a t-shirt, they're £22 each plus free postage and a free sticker. Hit me up, darksmoker@googlemail.com. Other than that, I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.